Приветствую вас на канале Kibber-Craft, друзья, с вами Вирус, это новая часть Fallout 4, и мы продолжаем создавать телепорт. Да, почему я на все на одной ночи, то что это будет достаточно быстрая серия. То есть, что я здесь сделаю? Я здесь быстренько построю телепорт и посмотрю, что там находится. Это построить. Это поставить. И, о боже! Кажется, это поставить, да? У меня идея получше. У нас есть вроде VIP-платформа еще одна. Над платформой отражателя, да? Да хрена энергии! А, вот, рядом с ним, да? О, отлично. Сколько? 20 энергии это. Энергия. Все энергии требует. 5. То есть надо много энергии. Но у меня уже всего по 999. Откуда? Точно, спонсоры. Спонсоры. Меня спонсируют. Не, ребят, то что у меня всего по 999. Приятно. 5 энергии есть. Самое тяжелое. Раз. Два. Кстати, я могу... О, гигантский, точно. Большой генератор. Как раз наука присутствует. Все, кажется. И доп. Энергия. Кто мне пишет? А, он не может подсоединиться, типа? Давайте тогда от этого генератора второго большого. Еще две энергии. У нас вроде лишнее есть, да?
I just need to trade gear with you.
Так, ребят, погодите. Так, ладно. Разобрались. Теперь нам надо что сделать? Что нам сделать надо? Встать. С Дансом поговорить.
Make sure this is on the same grid as the rest of the signal interceptor.
Так, что сделать? Информация. Включить перехватчик сигнала, да? Все подключил.
Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, And I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice. The code we've got to use this.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock on. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. I'm ready when you are.
А, я не встал! Ты чё, я скатился? Фух.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds.
Окей.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Ха. Шланг вылетел. А! О боже. Охренеть. Это мы сделали это. Ясно, надо сделать это еще раз. Хоп. Загружаем вирус. Супер. Прикольно тут на самом деле. Хотя под финал ну реально дали 999 бесконечно всего.
I'm known as Tom. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Предмет, одежда.
What you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Где мы? Погодите. Карта показывает, что мы под развалинами института. Значит,
this is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Ну, двигай. Что такое? А, блин, сзади было. Капец. Здесь все так футуристично.
Jammed.
Как это открыть? Как это открыть?
No way to pick this.
Что сейчас делать-то надо? Нам покатимся вниз. Что делать-то, я не могу понять. Да, значит, поставь на паузу, попробую это найти, потому что бред полный.
Sean?
Опа.
Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
These bad people,
Father,
they
what's going
stole
on?
you
What's
from
happening?
me. Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me. Father? Father?
Нет.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think.
В смысле?
But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have
В
imagined.
каком смысле?
You have traveled very far and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's
Он-
good to finally meet you after all this time. It's me. I am Sean.
Как?
I am your son.
Как?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production, but it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Честно, такое видел только в Интерстеллар.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But What matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg, he worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obvious. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience. And finally, Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Доктор Ли. Доктор Ли. Все это время я молчал, потому что я не хотел нарушать эту целостность диалога. Эту великую целостность диалога. А это Робошон. А это настоящий Шон. Боже. Так долго к этому шел. И выяснил самую грустную часть. А именно... Наш Шон уже не просто Человек. Он уже глава великий человек. Честно, ребят, очень приятно, что здесь встретится персонаж из третьего Fallout. Жалко не 3 Dog Night, но все же персонаж из третьего Fallout. А именно доктор Ли.
It's an honor to have you here, sir. Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Hey, Doc.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Good to hear. It'll be a load-off strong drive. Take your time. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans.
Ребят,
If you ask me,
знать о том, что мне придется впервые сражаться против братства стали, против всего содружества, если, конечно, только я смогу убедить своих людей о том, что институт не враг, то я знать буду то, что наконец-то вышла хорошая концовка. Но ведь самое-то главное, даже я не смогу победить братство. Данцы не смогу уговорить, я ребят не смогу уговорить, они мощнее. Ну, по технологии хотя бы превосходит институт, но...
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operation.
Doctor.
I wonder how the Warwick
So
family
good to
is
have you
doing.
here. Dr.
Wally
Clayton
must be
Holden,
close to 10 years
head
old
of the
by now.
Bioscience Division.
It's remarkable
I
that
can't
any
wait for
child
you to
can
see the work we're
survive for
doing.
so long up there,
It's
don't you think?
truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that.
Надо зайти в его кабинет. Так, прерываем диалог. Ищем бывший кабинет нашего друга, то что у нас по уговору сделать его обратно человеком. Диктофон. Где может быть кабинет и сыворотка? Я просто обязан сделать то, что пообещал. Чтобы не выделяться своим костюмом. Бионаука. Он сказал, что он был в бионауке. Так что ищем его кабинет. И сыворотку. Проверю все места. Кажется, это оно. Надеюсь, это оно, потому что мне надо реально ему Обещание выполнить, он так помог нам.
Yes.
Встретиться с сыном. Куда сейчас пошел? Похоже, это его кабинет. Бывший.
Nice.
Без шуток, я даже не двигал. Для кекса не то. Что такое вообще? Погодите секунду. Что такое сейчас происходило вообще? Почему у меня так патроны лагают иногда? Капец. Двойная атака. Облом. Сейчас надо постараться. Ого. Поменяли замок.
That's it.
А, я двери закрыл. Ух. Богом. Не зря качнул средний взлом. Да блин.
Yes.
Бывший кабинет. Ну, блин, откуда у него здесь так много опасностей? Во всем институте я ношу пока больше много опасностей на самом деле. О боже. Неприятно и неожиданно. Сколько еще здесь штурматронов будет? Я теперь понимаю, почему сюда никто не ходил. Жопа здесь. А я всего лишь что забрать то, что он попросил. Нет, бедная кошка. Нет, вторая кошка, у которой крышки были. Так, отлично. Запаслись. Перекрестный огонь. Сколько снес? Да блин. Ребят, знаете, вот я думаю, закончу прямо сейчас. И я понимаю, это странно, но все же да. Спасибо за просмотр, друзья. С вами был Вирус. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки. Всем удачи и всем пока.